Once upon a time, in the icy heart of Harbin, China, there was a special place called Harbin Polar Land. It wasn't just any theme park. It was the world's first polar amusement park, home to animals from the coldest places on Earth. Penguins waddled on the ice, Arctic foxes ran swiftly through the snow, and graceful beluga whales swam in the Arctic pool. Visitors could experience the wonders of the polar world, where nature and adventure met in one magical spot. In the summer of 2009, something exciting was happening at Harbin Polar Land. A free diving contest. People from all over were gathering to watch divers push their limits in the freezing cold water. The contest was held in a huge Arctic pool, with water as cold as the winter air surrounding the park. Divers had to dive to the bottom of the 20-foot pool and stay underwater for as long as they could. The crowd was full of energy, eagerly waiting for each contestant to take the plunge. Among the divers was a young man named Dohyun. At just 26, he was an experienced diver, ready to face the challenge. He loved free diving and had trained hard for this moment. As other divers took their turn, Dohyun stood by, calm and confident. When it was his time, he took a deep breath and dove into the icy water. He moved smoothly, pushing himself to the limit, determined to show what he could do. The crowd watched in awe as he disappeared beneath the surface, diving deeper into the cold waters of Harbin Polar Land. At first, everything felt normal. Dohyun swam deeper into the cold water, the icy chill biting at his skin. It wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't too bad either. He reached the bottom of the pool, ready to push through the challenge. But then, something started to go wrong. The freezing cold began to take its toll. His legs suddenly cramped, the pain sharp and growing stronger by the second. Dohyun tried to ignore it, but it was too much. His legs felt like they were turning to stone, and panic began to set in. His lungs screamed for air, but he couldn't move. His vision blurred, and he sank lower into the water. His heart raced with fear. Every second felt like an eternity as he realized he couldn't get to the surface. The more he struggled, the worse it got. The cold gripped him tighter, and he felt himself losing control. In that moment, he feared he might drown. Above the surface, the crowd continued watching, unaware of the danger beneath them. The organizers were focused on the other divers, not noticing that Dohyun was in serious trouble. His desperate cries for help were swallowed by the cold depths of the pool. Then, something extraordinary happened. From the darkness of the Arctic pool, a white shape appeared. It was Ava, a beluga whale. At just 8 years old, she had been swimming nearby, watching the contest. When she saw Dohyun struggling, she swam toward him, sensing that something was wrong. Beluga whales are smart and playful, and Ava was no different. She seemed to understand that Dohyun needed help. As Dohyun sank deeper into the water, Ava moved beneath him. Without hesitation, she nudged him upward, using her strong body to help lift him toward the surface. Her smooth white skin shined in the dark water as she gently guided him to safety. Dohyun could hardly believe his eyes. In the middle of his panic, he felt a push from below, lifting him upward. At first, he thought it was his imagination, but when he saw the beluga whale, a wave of relief flooded over him. Ava's gentle mouth gripped his leg, stopping him from sinking any further. It felt as if she was telling him, "I'm here to help." With her help, Dohyun finally began to rise, moving closer to the surface. The crowd on the surface still had no idea what was happening, but as Ava continued to nudge Dohyun toward the surface, people began to notice something strange. They watched in amazement as the beluga whale gently pushed Dohyun upwards, her movements graceful and precise. It was like nothing they had ever seen before, an animal saving a human's life. Finally, Dohyun broke through the water, gasping for air. He was shaking, his body numb from the cold, but he was alive. With shaking hands, he reached out and touched Ava's smooth skin, filled with gratitude. The whale had saved him, and in that moment, Dohyun knew he owed her everything. The organizers, who had just realized how serious the situation was, rushed to the pool's edge. They watched in awe as Ava stayed close to Dohyun, her eyes never leaving him. The crowd, now fully aware of what had just happened, erupted into applause. Everyone was stunned by the unexpected heroism of the beluga whale. The connection between Dohyun and Ava was undeniable. It was clear that something special had happened, a bond between a human and an animal that couldn't be put into words. Dohyun had always loved the ocean and its creatures, but this experience changed him forever. He realized that nature was far smarter and more compassionate than he had ever imagined. Ava, the beluga whale, quickly became a hero. News of her incredible act spread fast, and soon she was being celebrated for saving Dohyun's life. Ava was honored with the Shining World Hero Award by Supreme Master Celine, along with a medal for her bravery. She also received a $500 reward, a small thank you for her selflessness. Her care team at Harbin Polar Land made sure she enjoyed extra veggie snacks and comfort as a way of showing gratitude for her heroism. Dohyun would never forget the moment Ava saved him. It wasn't just a life-saving act. It showed him that animals have deep empathy and intelligence. Stories like this remind us that the gap between humans and animals isn't as wide as we think. In the grand ecosystem of our planet, we're all connected. Whether it's a beluga whale rescuing a diver or a dog comforting a lonely person, acts of kindness happen every day around us. Ava's bravery is a powerful reminder of the beauty and strength of nature. It highlights the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems and the urgent need to protect them. The oceans, with all their incredible creatures, need our care and respect. Dohyun's story shows how animals can surprise us with their kindness in the most unexpected ways. While many stories about wild animals focus on fear or danger, the truth is that nature is full of beauty, kindness, and surprising moments. Whether it's a beluga whale gently nudging a diver or a lioness protecting her cubs, animals are more than just creatures of the wild. They show us deep empathy and care. Next time you see a wild animal, think of Ava and Dohyun's story. Nature has a way of surprising us, reminding us that we are all part of the same world. The lines between humans and animals aren't as clear as we might think. In moments of need, we might even find ourselves helped by the kindness of the creatures around us. It's a beautiful reminder of the compassion that exists in all living beings. That's all for today. If you found Ciara's story moving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more heartwarming animal tales here on the Animal World. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.